Hey everybody, Workout Wednesday time. We are going to go through some downgrading or down training exercises, stretches, breathing techniques for the pelvic floor. And basically what that means is just relaxation, chilling out, releasing of the pelvic floor. Really important for a lot of us in the group, myself included. So we'll talk about it a lot as we continue to go along, and we've already talked about it enough, I know, but a lot of the times the issue in the pelvic floor, if we are having symptoms or issues that are popping up for us, is not just because the pelvic floor is weak. Even if it is an incontinence or a prolapse issue, it's not just because there is weakness happening. It's not limited to weakness or lack of strength in the pelvic floor. There's often usually some tightness or high tension that is happening in the pelvic floor as well. So some releasing, relaxing exercises, stretches, and breath work for the pelvic floor can be extremely helpful, as can internal release of the pelvic floor with pelvic floor physio or on your own. I'm going to give you some things that you can do at home that is more exercise based in nature, so you can do it whenever, wherever, on the floor, when your kid's playing, in bed even for a few of them. So pretty simple to fit these ones in if you can remember to do so. All right, so I'm just gonna see if you can see. Okay, cool. If you have any questions as we go along, just let me know. And I will say that most of these are going to work for everybody, except there's one on the stomach, so just leave that one out if you're pregnant or early post C-section and that doesn't feel comfortable, but you can give them all a go other than that. All right, so very first one is just going to be breathing in side line. I find this maybe one of the easiest positions to really relax the lower abdominals, the belly, and the pelvic floor, and also to feel pelvic floor lift, contraction, or engagement from sideline too, versus being flat on the back. So in sideline, you can use a pillow, a blanket, anything that you would like to support the head and the neck in this position. So you're just sidelining in a comfortable position for you. It doesn't really matter what your knees and your feet and your hips are doing, just relaxed in nature. As you breathe in this position, you're really just focusing on the relax of tension through the lower abdominals. Don't worry so much about the pelvic floor here if it's difficult to feel at first. More so just focus on the belly. So you're just inhaling and exhaling. In a really relaxed manner. On the inhale, feel the belly relax down into your hand. On the exhale, don't think about drawing the hand away from your belly or the pelvic floor lifting up. Just focus on the air coming out. Don't force the exhale out though. Just relax and let the air come. So again, just inhaling, exhaling, sideline on the belly, let the belly relax and hang. You can do this on both sides, 5 to 10 breaths each side. Okay, so that's number one. Side lying breathing. Number two is going to be prone. Some people will call this crocodile breathing. So you're going to be on your stomach. Hands can go kind of in a triangle position. Forehead can relax down on the hands. And this, your belly is going to be on the floor. So you get a bit more feedback on that inhale and relaxation through the abdominals. That things are actually, you're feeling some movement through the belly happen. So see if you can see me. So here. So that is the position that you are in for, again, you're breathing. You're just inhaling, exhaling. You're going to feel air come into the belly. You're also going to feel on the inhale, air coming into the low back. So there's this expansion on both ends happening. One second. My phone is dying. Okay, so that is number two, which is the prone or crocodile breathing. 10, 15 breaths right there is perfect. Number three, happy baby. So happy baby pose, you probably know this one if you see your kiddos do it or you've done it in yoga. So you are supine, knees coming in towards the shoulders almost, and then you can take the arms inside the knees and grabbing on onto the outside of the feet. That's typically the most comfortable position I find for people. So here what we want to try to do is think about shoulders drawing down gently into the floor or your back, knees pulling towards the floor, feet flexed, and then also we want to get this lengthening action through the tailbone down to the floor. So trying not to get into this really aggressive posterior tilt, but getting some lengthening happening through the pelvic floor by drawing the tailbone down. If this is too aggressive, just come here with the feet touching closer together and trying to rock the tailbone down gently to the floor. Alright, so happy baby pose. Again, all of these can be 10 breaths, a few minutes, however long you can stay comfortably in that position. And I think that's really key, is you need to be comfortable in these positions to get that full effect. Next, so this one, we're going to do this one a couple different ways. First of all, I hope you can see this here, but basically what I'm going to do is I have my workout bench here. I'm going to get my calves up onto the bench. This is one of my favorite things to do when I coached in-person group classes to finish off a class. You just put the calves onto the bench and relax as much as possible through the legs. Arms down by the sides, and you're just breathing here. So you'll feel your hips and low back go heavy into the floor, and the legs are just totally relaxed. So you're allowing the bench to take the weight of your legs. Super nice. Next one. Love this one from our pelvic floor physio here in Calgary. I love Gail. So this one, you are going to get into a 90-degree position with the feet pressing into a wall, chair, couch, bench, whatever you have. Then what you're going to do, you're going to put the hands onto the thighs and you're going to try to create space. So you're going to push your hands into your thighs and you're going to feel this lengthening of the spine. And you feel this really cool lengthening of the pelvic floor too. So as soon as you start to push in, think about your tailbone and your head getting further away from each other. So moving in opposite directions, and you feel this lengthening of the pelvic floor. So you can hold that one for maybe a couple breaths at a time. Take a break and relax your arms, and then go back into it. So again, create space between your thighs and your chest and your belly almost. You're pushing away from each other. That's a really cool one if you've never tried it before. And last one we're going to do is just a glute bridge in a suspended or supported position. So I just have a blanket here that I've rolled up. I'm going to put it behind my hips and I'm going to come back onto it. So mini glute bridge position, my hips are just supported under the tailbone, under the SI joints, and I'm just hanging out here and breathing in this position. So you could go even higher than this, hips elevated really as high as you want to, but just a little bit of elevation, you're going to feel that release on the pelvic floor, on the pelvic organs. So we're just hanging out and breathing here. These are all really great ones to do before bed too, if you can swing that. So that's everything. Sideline breathing, prone breathing. I'm just gonna move you up a notch. Sideline breathing, prone breathing, happy baby, 90 degrees with the calves on the bench, 90 degrees with the feet pressed against the wall or something sturdy, and glute bridge suspended. So that is, that's it for just sort of more exercise-based or stretching-based ones. Check back, or I can repost the link of the external palpation for the pelvic floor that I posted that video from Sammy the other day where she was using the different types of balls that you would sit onto, or you can do the pool noodle. That was from Mandy, pelvic floor physio from Nurture Her in Edmonton, or you can use the tennis ball, that pelvic floor release with the tennis ball you see in Core Plus Floor Restore. So I think that's everything. Anything else? Let me know. You can do these every day. a couple times a day. If you are feeling that pressury, heavy tightness in the pelvic floor, even just pick one. Do a couple minutes of breathing in that pose and things are probably gonna feel way, way better. So pelvic floor, down training, relaxation work, super, super key if you are in pregnancy, postpartum, way further out postpartum. Basically, if you're having any symptoms of tension, tightness, fatigue, even prolapse, that is a good sign to be doing these stretches. All right, I think that is everything. Let me know if you have any more questions, just post them below and we'll go from there. Okay, night.